Woodsy just paid about $40 on a $6 bet.
I'm learning math, man. I'm learning math. I
think what's creepy is we got Mike James, who, if you listen to a lot of the podcasts on the website and stuff like that, you've heard Mike James before. He's back in the studio keeping us on the air. And Woods hits the exacta, and like 2 seconds later, Rain Man's in my ear going, if you be 39 and blah, blah, blah. he was like 2 cents off or something.
39.
Yeah. So Rain Man knows what's going on back there. Like, I literally, normally I have to wait for them to do everything, but like every time he tells me, I'm like, oh, he's just throwing out a number. He's either dead on or pretty close. So, what he lacks in personality, he makes up for in math skills. No, I was kidding. He's a good kid. And he's back there making sure everything works. It is time for Pitch Perfect, and I know his family listens and they're good people, so I'm not going to mess with them too much. Pitch Perfect. Woodsy, you're going to give us some soccer news. Literally just had a guy, Matt, come up to us, oddly enough, say, I'm a Chelsea fan. Get off Woods' back about soccer. Aside from that, love the show.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Matt. So, Levac, first things first, I'll give you credit where credit is due. I'll own up to it, finally. It took me a little while. I had to decompress, but you did call the correct score of the U.S. men's national team Gold Cup win.
That's the equivalent of you just hitting that exacta. It's dumb luck.
So we're even now, right? We're
yes,
even. Yeah,
complete and total dumb luck.
So that's in the past.
That's behind us.
We're going to forget about it.
No more of that.
The big story for this weekend, if you're going to watch soccer this weekend, soccer in America is getting something we haven't had in a long time, and that is El Clasico. It's going to be played in Orlando between Barcelona and Real Madrid. So this is huge. We don't normally get a matchup of these two high caliber teams in the States. So this is something that I think fans in the U.S. should really relish and enjoy the game, watch the game, and pay attention to who is in the game, because they may not be there as of next week. And I'm specifically talking about Neymar Jr., who seems to be on his way out.
El Clasico?
It's the biggest rivalry in Spain.
I remember when he won the Cruiserweight belt in the WWE. He wore a cool mask.
There's a wrestler named El Clasico?
It just sounds like it, right?
It does sound like it. Because he's got a Lucha Libre mask on.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, Neymar is the big news today. So interesting story happened yesterday during training. So Neymar has been rumored to be going to Paris Saint-Germain in France. So this issue comes up yesterday where his teammate tackles him weird in training. They're playing 11-on-11, just kind of a scrimmage style, and his teammate tackles him. Well, Neymar is furious, so he gets up and he starts fighting his own teammate. And Neymar storms off the field, angry as could be, and does not return to practice. He has since not gone and seen his teammate Nelson Semedo, who was the one that tackled him. He has not since gone back and apologized or vice versa. So there's an issue going on there between teammates. But the weirdest thing about this is the second time this has happened in the last 5 days between teammates fighting over each other. So it has been a weird week in soccer. And Neymar, it looks like Tuesday will be the day that a world record move will be made for him for 222 million euros.
So it's 220 million euros, and that's just to talk to him.
That is actually you're owning his rights at that point. When that 222 million, there's a clause in his contract, just like same way we do with Major League Baseball players in the NFL. There's clauses, and the thing is with soccer players, you can have a buyout clause in there in order to take a guy away from a team.
Okay.
And so his is 222 million, second richest in the world behind Lionel Messi. So he will likely be a Paris Saint-Germain player by Tuesday or Wednesday, according to papers in France right now. So that is the story in soccer. But I also have some big news that happened last night. And if you're a U.S. fan, this is something you don't want to hear. And it's regarding the U.S. women's national team, who lost for the first time ever last night to Australia in a friendly match in the U.S. They were 25-2-0 heading into this match last night, and they lost 1-0 with a late goal scored by Australia. So kind of bad news on that front, but it's considering they're the most dominant team. Oh, and by the way, it's not going to get any easier because they play Brazil later in the weekend. Did you take all that in?
So, all right, well, but the women's team can beat Brazil. They should have beat Australia.
They should have beat Australia. They're playing a lot of their young girls, but they are a team that when you go by depth in soccer, it's us, Brazil, France, and England. Those are the two teams that have the most depth that could throw anybody in there and have a class team that will defeat anybody. So it is a rough little patch for the U.S. women's national team, but I fully expect them to get things together. And they've got a girl named Rose Lavelle who is spectacular. I haven't seen a player like her as far as quickness. Nothing like her in a while. She will be the next Abby Wambach name that you'll be hearing over the next 2-3 years once her name becomes bigger and bigger.
So we got Woods doing Pitch Perfect right now. He's in for Gaz as well. We're live at the Saratoga Racecourse. Woods, how many hours a week do you watch soccer?
Well, games are roughly 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on how long the pregame is. Sometimes the national anthems are sometimes longer. So probably about 15 to 20 hours a week. Nothing. No, I don't think. I don't think that's anything spectacular. I mean, it's roughly 8 games.
That's
tops.
15 to 20 more hours than I've watched in my life.
I mean, the thing is too, I'm also watching Yankees, so I got split screen. So
you know that's not good for your ADD, right? To keep feeding that like that.
Yeah, but
I'm aware. No, I know.
I get it.
I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Levac and Gaz, that was Pitch Perfect. Woodsy coming through with us for soccer, all the soccer knowledge we need. 4:45 today. We got a big giveaway for you. We got a 4-pack of tickets to the clubhouse.
Hey, at this rate, they ought to just give it to me.
4 tickets to the Post Parade, and it comes with a parking pass. I'm going to have those for you. They're coming up for the August 2nd is when they're good for. So 4:45, if you're a race fan or you have any race fans, make sure they're listening for their chance to win those tickets to the clubhouse, to the Post Parade, and the parking pass for Wednesday, August 2nd, thanks to our friends at Dunkin' Donuts. One of the big giveaways we've got today. Yankees lost a tooth last night. Red Sox lost a pitcher today. We'll fill you in next.